woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting that while I'm on the.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Back is at Sales over the end line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Here's Gordon. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back to throw. Rose. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon with a first down carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Throws. That's complete to John Ross. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. Now they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a first down throw. Luck. Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, here's Mixon. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Off play action. Rose. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Rose. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw. Rose. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back to throw. Rose. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown-to-interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Off of play action, Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down, Rose. He'll rifle this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. Handoff to Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They come up in an offset eye. He's going to get it running right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll fake it. Now Luck. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Off for the point after is Randy Bullock. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw. Rose. Flush to his right. Open man is Ross, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing on first down. Rose over the middle to Smith. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. The Bengals hoping Mixon improves on the numbers from his rookie year. He's back there again on first down. Back to throw. Rose. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel. Yeah,
they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Looking to throw on second down. Rose. He's going to want. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And that is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now the Bengals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Operating from the gun, Rose. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Rose. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw on second down. Rose steps away to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to be 49er football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. And I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Play action. It's locked. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the gun on third down, Locke. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Pass interference, defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Back to the air. Luck on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the third quarter in Carson. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Throwing to start the drive. Rose finding some room at midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, he stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Looking to throw on second down. Rose. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Watch him now, Barney!
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. After the interception, it's Long. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A shotgun snap for Love. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Luck on first down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the air again, Luck. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. First target, first catch, and a first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number one cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Luck throwing again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown San Francisco. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers are back within a score. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Look at the spin. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
This is fielded at the 27. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Throwing to start the drive. Rose to Mixon on the check down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On on first down. Rose. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on second down is Locke. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On first down, it's Locke. And they can't bring him down. Gets this one left side to Pettis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again is Locke. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake. Rose. Buying time to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good. that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Off play action. Rose forced out to his left. Smith catches left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Back to throw. Throws. This will be caught inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control. But still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to let it fly. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.